What's up, YouTube? I'm about to do a reaction video to Jubilee's Black conservatives versus white liberals. And I'll just tell you, I think white liberals are kind of racist. They try to mask it in a way they're trying to do something nice for you, but they really just feel like they're better than you, or they know better than you, or they, oh, I know what's right, so I should be able to one that makes the choices for you. That seems kind of strange for the same group that's saying, my body, my choice. But hey, yo, let's check it out. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and if you have a disagreement with me, if you have a disagreement with me, leave it below. I try to get back to you. Maybe we could try to find a middle ground in this. Get it? Get it? White liberals have a savior complex. This is 100% true. I feel like a lot of white liberals have a need to be like a want to be part of something great, wants to be part of like a great movement that did something great that they say, oh, we did this, and this in our generation, but most of the stuff that we have are not as bad as it was in the past, and that's a good thing. But you want to have like some grand, like, oh, we did this, we fought this, but there's not really nothing to fight. Like, racism is not really a problem. The majority of things that people call racism is nepotism. When you're getting overlooked because that white guy is friends with the boss because they go golfing on the weekends, that's nepotism, not racism. Like that's like getting overlooked because they got that oh shit. Hey yo, bro, what's good, G? Hey yo, they got he. Hey yo, I hired my homeboy. Of course, you're gonna get overlooked when someone hired their homeboy. The fuck? Come on, think about it. White liberal want to save poor people with rich people's assets. They don't want to use their own. Like you could even see the ones like on TV that come like, oh yeah, come donate to this charity. And you're wondering, wait, you're a millionaire. Why are you telling us to donate to a charity when you are a millionaire? That's you, Oprah. That's you, Rock. I'm just saying, how you gonna say, hey yo, donate to our charity, but you're not gonna do nothing. You're like, we're gonna match what you put in. Like, what? No, just put in all your money if you really care, but you don't. Let me not do that high pitched voice shit. Now I'm gonna keep it in and see how they like it. But I digress. Let's continue.
White liberals have a savior complex.
Well, I gotta say, this is a shock. I never expected all four of you to just come forward and admit it, but you know what? I'm happy with these results.
My boy
I just think
cooking.
it's a lot of people, I guess, people, of the left, whatever, can kind of fall into that trap of thinking that, black people as a monolith need to be saved as a whole.
I have no shame about it. I have a savior complex as an older brother, and I will save you whether you like it or not. So that's just me.
And that's how a lot of white liberals think. Oh, I know better than you. I'm better than you. Oh, and I'm here to help. So you're gonna get this help whether you like it or not. And I'm like, if if I don't want the help, get the fuck out of my face. Like, why would you force your help someone down someone's throat? Like, someone don't want your help. Why would you continue to give it to them? That don't make sense to me. And that's real racism to say, hey, yo, oh, this black person don't know better to do what's right for himself. I'm like, what? But that's very disrespectful to tell someone that you know better for them and you're here to save them. Just get out my way. I don't need you to save me. I could do everything myself. You're not better than me. I could do everything myself. Like you just want to control what I do. You don't want to help me. You just want to control me. And I'm good. I don't want your control.
I will save you whether you like it or not. So that's just me.
Well, it's definitely not, because a lot of us are really just exhausted of being viewed as our skin color. Because when you have this mindset that you need to save black people and we're just sitting here minding our own business and living our lives the way we want to, I don't know why it is that people feel this immense pressure to be so apologetic and just always trying to cater and coddle to black people when we just want to be treated like everybody else. We're equal for a reason.
I think especially recently with a lot of riot stuff that's gone on or protest stuff that's gone on, people on the left tend to infantilize a lot of different types of protesters, and especially even talking to, some of the other black content creators I do content with, when you hear a lot of progressives come out and say, well, they don't have a choice but to riot or break into the store, or, well, they're stealing, these electronics or shoes for good reasons, you just don't realize it. I think a lot of people kind of look both ways, and it's a little bit weird that there's such a complex on the left to excuse like every single possible negative behavior from somebody, as long as they're a skin color that you're kind of in charge of protecting.
I hate when white liberals do that shit. I hate when black people do that shit too. Try to excuse a break-in in someone's store and stealing. Oh, they stole like 20 bags of chips. Oh, they needed it. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. You're stealing from the person. They got a livelihood. People don't like to think that the store they're stealing from is an actual person's resources. They like to believe it's some giant corporation that making billions of dollars, that this 20 bag of chips is not gonna hurt, so it doesn't really matter. But what about the stores that is like just a franchise owned by one individual? You're stealing money right out that person's pocket, like quite literally at times. And to excuse that behavior because they're black, well, it's okay because they're black and they're in a bad circumstance. That's kind of fucked up. That's racist. Like, to say, oh, it's because they're black, it's okay. That's like by definition. But hey, what I know, Lego.
I find that very offensive.
Yeah.
I find
It's
it
really
extremely. It upsets me to hear that, because we're just like you. We just have a different skin color, and to hear that you have to help me is offensive to me. I can do it on my own.
Well, we have to break down sometimes why these riots happen. MLK once said that riots are the voice of the unheard. So if you are to address the
That's not an excuse. Just because your voice is not heard don't mean you commit crimes.
problem and stop the riots, you have to address the underlying inequality that has historically been pervasive. Even if you as individual people are doing fine and you don't want anybody else to get in the way of that, that's cool, and I'm not going to be the one to get in the way. But the disparities are undeniable.
So if you take pride in having like a white savior complex, what is it that you think that you're doing to save black people, and what is it that you think that you're saving black people from?
I am trying to make the world a better place through whatever means I can, and
But you're doing it on the backs of us.
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like you want to be a savior and you're using me to make yourself feel good. That's what I'm
How am I
hearing.
hurting you?
You're not letting me have my own voice. You're not letting me speak.
How? You're speaking now?
No,
You're cutting her off.
Well, I feel like I have to.
Yeah. Well,
feel
what's
like you
happening?
have to
I mean, you're
have to
speaking
calm
right now.
down.
You're speaking right now in this particular setting. But what you're saying is, like, you took it back to riots and so forth, and it makes it seem like the only way that we as black people can have a voice is by riots, and then you need to come along and you need to say, okay, poor little black child, let me help you. That's offensive to me, and I feel like you're making yourself feel good about trying to help us.
I also think that, like, when we talk about damage, I think especially when it comes to a lot of the shoplifting stuff that's going on in certain cities, you get a lot of white people that live in nice suburbs saying things like shoplifting is no big deal, that's fine, and then you'll catch YouTube videos of them later on being in a Walgreens in like a shoddy neighborhood, and they're like, man, why is the deodorant behind a locked case? It's very easy to sit behind a gated community and say, oh, well, it's not a big deal, they steal because they have to. Riots are the language of the unheard. I think people haven't read the full context of that quote. When MLK was saying riots were the language of the unheard and you need to address the underlying condition, he wasn't condoning the rioting, he was just understanding it.
Obviously, there are a bunch of white people that feel they need to be a savior, but I think there's a difference between helping and saving. Like, I don't think I would need to save black people, but I would tremendously love to help.
You help by you don't gotta give us handout. Just get the fuck up out the way. You don't gotta do welfare assistance program for black people. You don't even gotta do reparation. Just don't put like any roadblocks in their path and they'll excel. Hey, crazy thought, right?
And make sure everyone has like equal outcome, or not equal outcome, but at least equal opportunity, which in my opinion, I feel we do not have in this country.
So I didn't step forward just because I don't want to broad brush all white liberals as having a white savior complex. I have experienced white liberals who do have that, and they're very unpleasant people. But I don't think every single white person who's a liberal
They panned over to this guy. That's kind of fucked up. They know what they're doing.
or who is an activist for BLM or any of those things necessarily has a white savior complex. I think that there's a lot of white people who genuinely think that black people are oppressed and they want to help, and that's what they're told.
What it seems like to me, when most people have savior complex, regardless of whom they're trying to save, it's like they're taking real pain and real trauma and using that as a way to push this political agenda, but also to alleviate themselves of whatever guilt that they feel unnecessarily. Like, I don't know why a white person today would feel guilty for things that happened decades ago.
He's on something. They try to use, what is it? They try to trauma bond using, oh, we with you with your struggle. Oh, we with you with your fight. Oh, we're fighting witnesses with you to get you along so you could get along with whatever ideology they want to push along. Oh, we with you with your fight. Now come on. We did your Black Lives Matter protest. Come do our little LGBTQ protest. Come do our little pro-choice protest. The Democrat, leftist, however you want to say it, progressive, they just want to say, "Oh, we're trying to do this for you," so they can get whatever help they want to try to get whatever vote or to push whatever agenda they want. I might be crazy though.
Let alone something that happened centuries ago.
I've never seen a white person say, I personally feel guilty for slavery.
I
Maybe they're
promise you
out there, but I've never heard that.
Yeah, in second grade, when they taught us about slavery, almost every kid in my classroom would spend their entire time looking at black kids in that classroom. How was I supposed to not think, wow, these people are feeling guilty for something that they have no involvement in and I have no involvement
Every
in?
kid in my classroom understood the context.
People
so.
hate feeling uncomfortable, and obviously you don't want to feel like the bad guy, and so I feel like it comes from a place of like, oh, well, like, let me make sure that I'm different, and like, I'm showing you that I want to like help you, but it comes across like, I think.
Nobody in my classroom was like, "Oh my goodness, look, poor little black child, are you okay?" Everyone was just like, all right, this happened." No, like really, we didn't really was focused on it like that. Times really changed. Like, tell me who in the school in the '90s, early 2000s that was like, "Oh my goodness, poor little black child," like, cause that didn't really happen to me.
It can land very poorly.
I'll tell you what, stop it. Stop
Okay.
it. Because what happens is when you put yourself as the white savior, what you do is you elevate yourself above the black person because you feel then like you have to save us. So just stop it. Just treat everybody regular and normal. Just like I would treat you regular and normal, you treat us regular and normal rather than trying to save us.
I just got one thing I wanted to bring up earlier about taxes, because you were saying that you had your job and you were talking about how like you get the tax every time and you're like seeing your tax go up. I worked in nursing homes in 2020 COVID. The last thing that was on my mind when I watched 60 and 70-year-olds on their deathbeds suffocating to death was taxes. I was worried about health care. I didn't give a shit about taxes in that time. So when I go to work every day, that's what I see. That's what I want to fix.
I see you once again elevating yourself above the rest of us, and particularly at me, a white man elevating himself above a black person.
He called me a bootlegger.
He
called me a bootlegger.
Oh no, I triggered them all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm chilling, buddy.
Yes,
So what
you
I
are.
hope comes out
I'm
of this
chilling.
conversation is that we're all Americans, and because we're all Americans, we know that America has a bunch of problems, and I think every person here wants to solve the problems, and I think everybody is bringing what they have to the table with their ideas on how to get us to unify. This kind of stuff, right? But you got something in there.
Oh, yo, they on him, bro. Why are white liberals always super racist when they see a black conservative? Like, white liberals swear they're not racist. The moment they see a black conservative, Hoon, Uncle Tom, hey yo, this is the ultimate test to prove that a white liberal is racist or not. Ask them how they feel about a black conservative.
I mean, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you have something in there that's redeeming about you that would bring all of Americans together. So I hope that we end on the note of American.
Some people, they always get that one person. Jubilee always finds that one person in these videos that everyone's just gonna detest. Great character choice, Jubilee. Great character choice. I gotta give it to y'all. I gotta give it to y'all. I'm not even being sarcastic. All right, YouTube. I'm telling y'all. White liberals are some of the most racist people. But they will say it's the conservatives. They will say it's conservatives. Hey, yo, rednecks gave me the redneck pass, and they pretty chill to me. They They weren't racist to me. They was chill as fuck. They shot guns, they drank, and they had a good time. I'm just saying. I got the pass. I'm just saying. Y'all can't say shit about it. But really though, a lot of white liberals feel like, oh, we gotta save you because you don't know better for yourself. And to me, that's racist right there. That's fucking racism right there. To think that, oh, because you feel like you know better than someone, you should make the choices for them, even if they want to make it for themselves. Why should you make someone's choices for them? Oh, like what makes you better than that? You should make their choices for them. Ex- My body, my choice. Up until oh, you made the wrong choice. But hey, remember like, share, subscribe. If you have an argument, if you disagree, if you're like have anything you want to say in the comment section, remember leave it below. I'll try to get back to as many people as I can. I do have an actual job outside YouTube because I am a new YouTuber, so this ain't my main hustle yet. Until it is, I respond when I can. Ayo, I'm out.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.